Are you eating very little, yet still gaining weight? Or the opposite? Despite eating a lot, is your body steadily losing weight and energy? If so, this video is just for you. And the seventh principle may surprise you. As we grow older, simple things like eating, drinking, and sleeping suddenly don't feel as easy as they used to. There are days when you can't even finish a bowl of rice. But there are also days when you crave everything, only to feel bloated, sluggish, and uncomfortable after eating. Hormonal changes, metabolic disruptions, and a less active lifestyle make it much harder to manage our weight compared to when we were younger, not to mention the reluctance to eat properly or just eating for the sake of it, which quietly deprives our body of nutrients, causing unnoticed weight loss. Fluctuating weight, going up and down without reason, can weaken your immune system, reduce muscle mass, increase your risk of falling, and lower your overall quality of life. But what's even more alarming is this: we slowly become used to this decline, as if it were just a normal part of aging. But here's the good news. You don't need extreme diets or intense workouts. Just a few small adjustments in your meals, your daily schedule, and how you care for yourself, and your weight will gradually return to a healthy, peaceful balance. If you've passed the age of 60 and have also struggled with your weight, leave the number 1 in the comments below. And if this video speaks to what you truly need right now, don't forget to subscribe to Senior Compass so we can continue living well and living lightly together. 1. Eat at the right time with regular meals. Do you often skip breakfast, delay lunch, or eat dinner too late? Many seniors believe that eating less and only when hungry is better. But in reality, maintaining a regular meal schedule is one of the simplest and most effective ways to keep your weight stable after 60. After the age of 60, the body's internal biological clock becomes more sensitive. If meals are not eaten at the right time, the digestive system becomes easily disrupted, causing bloating, discomfort, or prolonged loss of appetite. Irregular meals also lead to blood sugar fluctuations, triggering sudden hunger and uncontrolled snacking, or the opposite, eating too little and losing weight in an unhealthy way. When we were younger, we could work through lunch, make up for it with a late-night meal, or skip breakfast after sleeping in. Back then, our bodies could bounce back. But at this age, the body can no longer tolerate such disruptions. Every skipped meal is a missed chance to nourish the body, and another slowdown in metabolism. Ms. Judith, 67 years old, lost nearly 5 kilos in just 2 months without knowing why. She thought she was still eating normally, but when her doctor asked in detail, it turned out she often skipped breakfast because she wasn't hungry and had dinner very late. After returning to the habit of eating 3 balanced meals at regular times, her weight gradually stabilized, and her daily energy levels noticeably improved. Eating on time allows the digestive system to work smoothly, hormones to stay balanced, and energy metabolism to function steadily. That's the key to maintaining a healthy weight and body shape without extreme dieting or restriction. In contrast, irregular eating can lead to fat accumulation, muscle loss, weakness, and increased risk of falls and illness. If you find yourself skipping meals or eating irregularly, gently reflect on your daily rhythm. Sometimes, simply setting a fixed mealtime can help your body begin its recovery. Balance doesn't come from eating less, but from eating right, eating enough, and eating consistently. A timely meal is a quiet act of love for your body. Start today. 2. Prioritize easily digestible proteins. Have you ever heard someone say, "I'm old now, eating protein is too heavy on the stomach"? In fact, it's people after 60 who need protein more than ever, but the right kind, easy to digest, supportive of health, and gentle on the body. After 60, muscle mass begins to gradually decline over the years, a process known as sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. When you lose muscle, you're not just weaker, you're also more likely to fall, lose balance, and take longer to recover from illness. And when muscle mass decreases, so does body weight. Not in a healthy way, but in a way that quietly weakens you each day. Many older adults still hold on to outdated beliefs. Avoiding eggs due to cholesterol, fearing meat because it's hard to digest, or avoiding milk due to bloating. As a result, their meals revolve around vegetable soup, white rice, and sesame salt. It may feel light on the stomach, but inside, the body is dangerously low in protein, leading to osteoporosis, muscle loss, and reduced immunity. Paul, a retired doctor in Florida aged 70, once shared that he lost 4 kilos during winter despite eating well. But upon reviewing his meals, the nutritionist found he was barely consuming any protein, just rice and vegetables each day, avoiding meat for fear of heaviness. After making some changes, adding boiled eggs for breakfast, grilled salmon at lunch, and almond milk at dinner, he regained his previous weight, not as fat, but as a stronger, more agile version of himself. Protein helps maintain muscle, repair tissues, and keep your weight in a healthy range. Good sources of protein for seniors include fish, eggs, chicken, low-fat milk, tofu, and various nuts. These foods are easy to digest, low in unhealthy fats, and rich in essential vitamins and minerals. You might ask yourself, am I getting enough protein each day? Take a look at your last meal. Was there anything besides rice and vegetables? If the answer is nothing else, then it's time to add a little more love into every spoonful. A piece of steamed fish, a boiled egg, or a warm glass of milk before bed. Caring for your body doesn't require grand gestures. Sometimes, just adding a bit of protein to each meal is enough to nourish life from within. Remember, preserving muscle means preserving your figure, and preserving your figure means preserving your freedom. 3. Cut back on salt, sugar, and oil. Many older adults still believe that salty food tastes better, sweet treats lift your mood, or fatty food gives you strength. But the truth is, these 3 things, salt, sugar, and oil, are the hidden culprits quietly disrupting your weight and health after 60. After this age, the kidneys, liver, and blood vessels no longer function as efficiently. Eating salty foods can cause water retention, high blood pressure, and swelling, leading to false weight gain while weakening your body. Sugar causes blood sugar spikes, belly fat, and increases the risk of diabetes. Fats, especially fried foods, slow down digestion, cause bloating, raise blood lipids, and disrupt metabolism. Do you remember pouring fish sauce over plain rice to make it more flavorful? Or dipping fruit in chili salt, sipping sweet tea after a midday nap? These are lovely memories, but at this stage in life, they should remain as memories, not daily habits. Linda, a 68-year-old homemaker, gained 4 kilos in just 3 months, despite eating very little. She said, "I eat lots of vegetables." But after keeping a food journal, it became clear that she was consuming heavily salted stews, richly seasoned soups, and sweet desserts. After reducing salt, switching to lighter seasonings, and cutting out fried foods, her weight returned to a healthy level, and her blood pressure stabilized too. When you reduce salt and sugar, your body will feel lighter, both physically and emotionally. People used to say, "Those who eat salty food speak frankly," but after 60, the saying, "Eat bland to live long," holds more truth. Choose healthy plant-based oils, season gently, and limit processed foods. Try making small changes. Have the salt in your soup, swap sugar for ripe bananas, and bake instead of fry. Your body will notice these changes, and thank you every day. Cutting back is not a punishment. It's a quiet act of self-love. 4. Drink water the right way. Do you often wait until you're thirsty to drink water? After the age of 60, this becomes one of the most silent yet dangerous mistakes. The feeling of thirst isn't as strong as it used to be, so older adults are more prone to dehydration without realizing it. And dehydration can lead to chronic fatigue, poor digestion, and disrupted weight balance. Water plays a crucial role in regulating body temperature, aiding digestion, keeping joints flexible, and boosting metabolism. When the body lacks water, it tends to retain fluids, causing swelling and false weight gain. If this continues, you may eat less, lose weight, lose muscle, and grow weaker day by day. In your younger years, you could go all morning without a sip and gulp down a full glass in one go. But at this age, drinking too much at once puts a strain on the heart and kidneys. The body now needs gentle care, bit by bit, like the way we slowly pour warm tea, patiently and fully. Susan, a 71-year-old retired teacher from Canada, used to feel dizzy every morning. She thought it was low blood pressure. But when her habits were reviewed, her doctor found she only drank 1 glass of water a day, at noon. After adjusting her routine and spreading out her water intake, starting with a glass of warm water, right after waking up, her symptoms nearly disappeared. She said, "It was just water, but it changed my entire day." You can choose any type of water you like: plain water, lightly flavored juices, herbal teas, or ginseng water. What matters most is spreading your intake throughout the day, not waiting until you're thirsty. Keep a small water bottle near where you sit, or set a gentle reminder every hour to say, "Your body is asking to be heard." After 60, each sip of water not only soothes your throat, it is also a gentle message. You are still alive, and you deserve to be cared for tenderly. 5. Avoid sitting too long. Move gently. Each day. Have you ever found yourself sitting for hours without being able to stand up? It's not laziness. After 60, the body naturally becomes more sluggish than ever. Sitting for too long causes poor circulation, weakens muscles, and leads to unstable weight gain or loss. At this age, you don't need to jog or lift weights. Just gentle daily movement, walking around the house, stretching, gardening, is enough to awaken all the systems in your body. Regular movement improves metabolism, burns excess energy, and helps maintain weight in a natural and healthy way. Frank, a 69-year-old retired engineer in Australia, gained 5 kg in just 3 months after retiring and staying home. He didn't eat much, but spent most of his time sitting in front of the TV. His belly grew larger, his legs weakened, and he felt heavy, not just physically, but mentally too. Later, Frank began a very simple routine: walking around the house every 45 minutes and doing a 10-minute stretch each morning to his favorite music. The result? He lost 3 kilos, his legs felt better, and his spirits lifted significantly. You don't need a complicated fitness plan or expensive equipment. Start by respecting small movements. Stand up whenever a commercial starts on TV. Stretch your arms and take 5 deep breaths each morning, or take a slow walk after dinner. Movement is not about exhaustion. It's about letting your body live freely in its own rhythm of energy. And each step, each gentle motion, is a thank you to your heart and legs for carrying you through life. 6. Track your BMI regularly. Do you know what your BMI is right now? Many older adults don't pay attention to this number, assuming that feeling okay is enough. But in reality, tracking your BMI regularly is like holding up a mirror that helps you manage your weight in a scientific and safe way. BMI, or body mass index, is a basic measure to indicate whether you're underweight, overweight, or at an ideal weight. After 60, the ideal BMI changes from when we were younger. A body that is too thin can be just as dangerous as being overweight. It may come with muscle loss, malnutrition, and a weakened immune system. When we were younger, we could judge our weight by how our clothes fit or how strong we felt. But aging requires a more careful and objective perspective, as internal changes may not be visible on the outside. Checking your BMI every 3 to 6 months helps you detect changes early, whether it's unexplained weight loss or fat buildup from lack of movement. From there, you can adjust your diet, daily schedule, and physical activity accordingly. If you're unfamiliar with how to calculate BMI, just divide your weight in kilograms by the square of your height in meters. Don't be afraid of the number. Treat it like a trusted companion helping you listen more closely to your body each day. After 60, every small change is valuable. Knowing where your body stands is the first step to loving it properly. And BMI, simple and easy to understand, is the tool that helps you begin that journey safely and wisely. 7. Health matters more than thin and pretty. Have you ever asked yourself, should I lose 2 more kilos to look slimmer? Many people over 60 still carry the burden of wanting a slender figure but forget that, at this age, the most important thing isn't being thin. It's being healthy. Old beliefs like thin is beautiful or slim is elegant once drove people to diet, skip meals, and overexercise. But for a body that's lived over 6 decades, improper weight loss can destroy muscle, harm the heart, wear down the joints, and affect memory. After 60, a body that is slightly fuller but strong, eats well, sleeps deeply, and carries a cheerful spirit is far better than a skinny frame that's weak, dizzy, and drained of energy. Let go of appearance-based pressure. Look at the legs that still help you stand steadily each morning, the hands that can still hold a warm bowl of rice, and the heart that beats steadily with every breath of life. That is the true beauty of growing old. You no longer need to compare yourself to any ideal image. Everyone has their own rhythm, their own way of living, and their own body type, as long as you feel healthy, comfortable, and self-loving when you look in the mirror. Caring for your body after 60 is no longer about being admired, but about living lightly, living truthfully, and living deeply with yourself. 8. Keep a food and mood journal. Can you remember what you ate yesterday? After 60, memory isn't as sharp as before, and moods tend to shift more quickly. That's why keeping a daily food and mood journal becomes such a powerful tool for taking care of both your weight and your well-being. When you write down what you've eaten, from full meals to small snacks, you don't just monitor your intake. You also begin to clearly recognize which habits support your health and which ones may be silently affecting your weight. Even more powerful is recording how you feel after each meal, whether you feel light, bloated, irritable, or content. This helps you understand the connection between emotions and eating. Sometimes you're not hungry, you're just lonely. You may not be craving sugar, you just need a little warmth. Writing this down helps you begin to truly listen to yourself. When we were younger, we often ignored our emotions. We ate quickly, out of habit or rush. But old age is a precious pause, an invitation to care for ourselves from the inside out, from each portion of food to each quiet minute after dinner. Keeping a journal doesn't have to be elaborate. A simple notebook, a few lines each day. Had eggs and tea for breakfast, felt awake and happy. That's more than enough. What matters most is creating a habit of reflection, of each meal, each emotion, as a way of gently loving yourself. Ideal. Weight doesn't come from forced effort. It comes from a refined journey of understanding, choosing, and nurturing. And each journal entry is a small step on that path. Maybe after watching this video, you'll only remember a few simple things. That eating on time truly matters, and that protein isn't something to avoid, but something to choose wisely. And that's enough to begin. Weight in old age isn't just a number on the scale. It's the body's way of whispering to you each morning as you wake. I'm doing fine. Or maybe I need a little more care today. Gaining or losing weight is not what's frightening. What's truly frightening is when we stop noticing, stop loving, this very body we live in. You don't have to change everything in one day. Just drink enough water, add a piece of fish to your lunch, Take a few steps around the house after dinner. Each of these small actions is already nurturing life within you. And if at any point you feel tired, close your eyes, place your hand over your heart, and gently remind yourself, at any age, I can begin again. Old age is not a full stop. It's a new chapter, a space where you're allowed to live slower, live truer, live more clearly, no longer chasing anything outside, just calm enough to return to what's inside. You deserve a healthy body, not to prove anything to anyone, but to fully enjoy the peace you've spent a lifetime earning. If you can, try writing one line. Today is the first day I ate all my meals, drank enough water, and didn't blame myself for the numbers. Because change begins the moment we dare to acknowledge it. If this video has been helpful, please subscribe to Senior Compass, so each week we can continue this journey, gently and honestly, together. Which small thing will you start with today? Write down one simple act you'll do for yourself. And please remember, beauty doesn't lie in age. It lies in how tenderly we care for ourselves each day. Wishing you a gentle evening, a deep and restful sleep, and a body that's always grateful because you chose not to forget it.